Hi, this is Lucy from Multimedia Art, and today I'm making a quick video to show you how to resize images in Photoshop. This will also work in the same way in Photoshop Elements, or very similarly if you have another graphic editing software. Now, a lot of times, especially if you run an online store, you'll have a great photo like this that's been taken for you or that you've done with your digital camera. Now, these are great when you're printing a photo for a brochure or even maybe using it as a feature image. But for your online store images, it's often much too large. Most people don't realize that often you will need to resize your images if they've come straight from your camera, as well as leading to slow loading and difficult to use websites for your visitors, which is never good. It can also very quickly use up your hosting space. I've had this happen to a number of clients of mine who don't realize that they're editing because their software resizes the image for them, that they're uploading an image that is often over several megabytes each. This can very quickly eat up your space and cause problems. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to resize your image quickly and easily using Photoshop. Now here we have our image. It's fairly typical of what you may see on an online store, nice and crisp and clear. So the first thing we want to do though is check how large the image is. So we do that by coming up and clicking on Image and choosing Image Size. Now this will be the same in Photoshop Elements. Now you can see here with the pixel dimensions that the width is nearly 1800 pixels wide. That's wider than most websites in its entirety. So if you were to have this image up on your website, it would fill the entire screen. You can also see here the resolution is 300 pixels per inch. Now that's great if you're wanting to make a catalogue or print it on your home printer, but it simply is too large for web resolution. So the first thing I'm going to do here is resize the image down to about the largest that I think I would want on my website. You can always make an image smaller, but if you try and make it larger again, it becomes pixelated and messy looking. So we always want to shrink it to about the largest image that we'd want, say on your individual product page, or if you have a click for larger pop-up. So for me that's 500, so I'm just going to type that in there. Now you'll notice when I change width that height automatically changed. That's because I have this box ticked here that says constrain proportions. Now what that does is when you change your height or width, it changes the other to match using the aspect ratio. This means the images don't end up looking squishy or squashed and out of proportion. So once I've done that, all I need to do is click OK, and you'll see my image is now saved. Now what I want to do is change that to a save for web, which reduces the resolution of the image down to what a website would use. There are a couple of ways you can do that in Photoshop, but to make it easy I prefer to use the save for web option. What we do is we come up to File and choose Save for Web and Devices. Now you'll see this dialog box pop up, and now you can see here our image full size. So that's effectively how big it would be if you had it on a website now. It's selected automatically for us the JPEG format, and that's the one I'm going to keep it in. JPEGs are best used when you have a photo or an image with a lot of colours. You could also choose a GIF or a PNG format, but as you see, if I drop it down to GIF, the quality degrades quite significantly. So I'm going to leave that on JPEG, and high again is a good quality. We could choose very high or maximum, but it's not necessary for our purposes. So from here, all you need to do is click Save and save it to where you'd like to on your computer, making sure that you give it a new name so you don't overwrite your original large image, should you ever need to come back to that in the future. So once again, I've been Lucy from multimediaart.com.au, and I hope this little tutorial is useful for you. Thank you.